Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be about your ex's intentions. So if you have an ex that's trying to re-enter the picture or you're just having to deal with, we're going to take a look at what their real intentions are. So I have 3 piles here for you to pick. Just kind of clear your mind and just focus on which one you're drawn to. We're going to do these cards and then we're going to get some other cards for advice. We're going to do dice and charms too today. So just go ahead and pick the pile you're drawn to. Hi pile 1. If you picked the Tattoo Tarot in this little pig, this is your reading for today about your ex's intentions. We're going to put him over here in the corner. So first off, we have Summer Solstice Radiance, and I'm going to put this card over here because that's kind of the general theme card. And what I'm getting off of that card is that a lot of you guys might be going through kind of a glow up right now, and you're kind of shining in a way, and you're just radiant. And that, and this ex might have seen that and is trying to enter the picture again because you're doing good, looking good, all of that. And then we have stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. We have this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal from the past, you experience more love in your present moments. We have love, unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, affection, and attraction. Yeah, I think this person is like really attracted to you right now. And then we have palm tree, stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, and flexibility. And then we have the male, 28. We have the Knight of Cups, the Four of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the High Priestess. I feel like for most of you guys, this person is kind of coming in and promising a lot of things. For some of you, you might be really optimistic about this. And this person actually might have grown themselves. Because we have the Knight of Cups here, so I take that as like genuine. Like that's a genuine offer. Like I don't really feel like they're playing games very much. This might have been a person that when you were with them, they might have been kind of like unstable and kind of withdrawn a little bit. But I feel like they've actually done some growing. You're kind of glowing up and they're growing up, basically, is what I feel like. Because I feel like you were maybe in a place of insecurity and they were in a place of instability before. And you guys have kind of changed a little bit. Because with this Ace of Wands, I mean, they want a new beginning and you do spark some kind of passion in them. But I feel like right now, you might have a lot of options. And this other person might too, but I kind of feel like, especially with this being by this High Priestess right here, because I think this card is talking to you. With it being by that, I kind of feel like it might be more so you that has a lot of options. But with this High Priestess, I think that deep down, you kind of know. You can kind of sense this person. You know when this person is telling lies. You know when this person is not being real with you. And I think that your intuition is kind of telling you whether or not they are being sincere. From the look of this, it looks like they are, but only you really know if they are or not. And this is kind of what this card is telling you, that you need to kind of use your intuition, and if things feel off, then it's off. You know what I mean? Like ultimately, this is your decision on if you want this person to come back into your life, if you just want to be friends with them, whatever. Like if maybe you want to start out being friends, and then if it goes into something else, that kind of a thing. But I do kind of think that since you two were together before, both of you separated and actually are kind of different people now. So, but regardless, I think that your guides are still telling you that you know deep down, you know what to do. And that you kind of need to trust yourself. Because I feel like you might go back and forth in your head, like, well, like weighing the pros and cons almost. And they're saying you need to actually trust yourself. Like, what do you actually feel? I'm going to use this Wisdom of the Hidden Realms for some extra advice. I think that they are kind of pretty clear about like the advice that they're giving you about listening to yourself. Because I think sometimes you can be in like a state of self-doubt a lot. So they're kind of letting you know that you shouldn't do that. Like the more that you trust yourself and the more that you use your intuition, the stronger it'll get. And the easier it'll be. So I think that's kind of what they're wanting you to do right now. But let's see what comes out in this. We have the River Queen, flow, letting go, natural movement. So yeah, I think that for some of you, this letting go is like letting go of past stuff. But it's still saying that even like when you do that, or if you do that, that it still needs to move in a natural way and kind of flow. It needs to have like a steady pace instead of just, because with this Ace of Wands, sometimes that's like all in, like super fast stuff. But this is kind of saying that it needs to be a little bit more natural flowing and not just jump right in. Then we have the Altar Priestess, preparation, prayer, sacred ritual. And this is basically saying that you kind of need to get yourself prepared and kind of take like a meditative state. Like if you feel like you're kind of like, well, I don't know what my intuition's saying. I can't like distinguish between like what's my intuition and what's just me being in my head. That maybe if you kind of take a step back and like meditate, maybe, I don't know, like however you like connect. Like some people it's like grounding, it could be prayer, meditation, any kind of way, whatever it is that you do, or any kind of, like it says, sacred ritual right here. Anything that you do to kind of ground yourself, that might be something that you would need to do to kind of, you know, distinguish between like intuition and just thoughts. And then we have the Spirit Whisperer, divine guidance, and higher knowing. This is exactly what I'm saying. Like I feel like you do have a higher knowing. You just might not know it yet, or be able to find it, or like really like grasp it yet, or use it to like your fullest potential. But it's saying, you know, that you are being guided here, and they are giving you signs. And that's always good to know. So I think you need to take some time to kind of reflect on this, and see what you really feel in your gut. I don't think it's head or heart that needs to make this decision. It's like trust in your gut thing. Even though it's kind of talking about like, because I think that one, you're in your head, and two, it's kind of a heart issue. But I don't think that you're getting the signs through your heart. I think it's like gut feelings. So I think this is like an example of where intuition kind of needs to make more of the decision. So let's go ahead and get into your dice and your charms. Okay, you got Death and you got the Empress. And I feel like this is kind of the energy. This is the energy you're in, and this is kind of the energy they're in. They kind of want to move forward. Like they want to move on to the next thing. Like, and not want to be stuck in old patterns that they used to have. And that's the Empress is kind of how they see you too. You're in your power right now. So I love to see that. Let's get you some numbers. We have 2, 1, and 4. So those numbers might be significant to you, or you might see like synchronicities. You might write them down and kind of like look up what each number means. One of those might be your life path. One of them might be the other person's life path. There's so many ways. It could be dates, anything. There's so many ways that numbers can tell us and give us signs. So let's get some of these dice. Yeah, it's just the sense of knowing. All I can think about this as like that one saying, like, shed some light on it. That's kind of how I feel like you're feeling. Like you want to like shine a light on it and try to see it as much as you can. And I get this feeling of like guidance, like a sheep being shepherded. And that's kind of how that's kind of what I feel is kind of going on here. Like some things are being shown and you're kind of being guided in a certain direction on what to do, or I think not so, well, it could be what to do, but I think not so much on what to do, but how to do it. Because I think part of this is a really important step for you on like trusting your intuition and knowing when you're being guided and when it's just like logic kicks in. Because I think that's kind of what's conflicting right now. And I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself over and over, but that is really strong what the message is about. So let's get your charm. Okay, we have non-confrontational, active listeners, strength, and that's kind of how I feel like you are really like in a strong, solid place. We have the beauty contestant, Monopoly piece, the cat, the dinosaur, and the ring. For a few of you guys, I'm kind of feeling like you might have actually been engaged to this person at one point, or this person wanted to propose to you. You might have even been married to this person This isn't going to be for everybody, but I think for some of you guys that is the case. But I feel like this person really sees you as very attractive, and they don't, and if they haven't come forward, it's because they don't want to fight with you. Because they're kind of in, like, if they were confrontational before, they're not anymore. Like, they want you to listen, and they want to listen to what you have to say too. And they might even be offering you like a gift. Some of you, it might be for your birthday, or I'm like seeing like a graduation. Let me see if I can get some letters. Okay. I got Sagittarius and I got J. See if I can maybe get a couple more. Okay, I got R, C, M, B, Gemini, and Cancer. And on the back of this Cancer, it says imaginative. So this person might be creative. And then I also got P, and for the last one, C. So those could be initials. It seems like more so it probably is, because I didn't get any vowels. But it might be initials of a place, of a person, and they might have Sagittarius, Cancer, or Gemini in their chart. I'm also getting Scorpio and Taurus and Libra too. One thing I do see here is like Junior. Like this person might be like have the same name as their parent. That's the only one I see like out of the letters. Like I said, since I didn't get any vowels, you can't really make very many words, but look this over and see if anything stands out to you, and maybe write down these numbers. Like, it could be anything. Synchronicities, months, days, life paths, all sorts of stuff. It might actually, these numbers might actually kind of help you build your intuition too. That's what I'm kind of feeling. But thank you, Pile 1. I think this is all I have for you today. I really appreciate you watching, and I hope this helps in some way. I really hope that everything works out for you, and your intuition and all of that just grows stronger and stronger, because I think that's kind of what you're being called to do at this particular moment. So I appreciate you watching, and if you would like to, please like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day. Bye! Hi, Group 2. If you pick the Pagan Cat Tarot and this little black cat, this reading is for you. I'm going to go ahead and put him over here. We're going to be taking a look at your ex's intention if they're trying to come back in. So the first card we have is Book of Shadows, Secrets. And I'm going to put that over here because it's kind of the main energy. And yeah, I think this person in the past probably kept a lot of things from you. For some of you guys, I'm kind of hearing that they even had like a whole separate life. And then I'm also hearing that some of them weren't even honest when they first got into a relationship with you. Like, they might have already been in a relationship and kind of told you that they were broken up with that person or they were single, and they weren't. So let's get into the rest of the cards. The first one we have is Mildew Fairy Cleanup Time. And then Ghost of the past returns for a time. And then Marie Masquerade, glamour, intrigue, and drama. Yeah, I feel like, especially with like this ghost from the past and talking about like the past returning and stuff, kind of feel like it's kind of an unwelcomed return. Because they might be trying to start drama. And I kind of feel like the majority of you are kind of like in this annoyed place. Like I've already been through this. Like I thought that this was already, like you'd already cleaned up this mess. Because you were always kind of cleaning up messes for this person is what I'm hearing for a lot of you guys with this cleanup time card. Like you always felt like you had to like not necessarily lie for this person, but kind of make excuses for this person sometimes. Because people had to hear things from you, because if they heard things from the other person, you knew that it was going to be a lie. And then I have the girl with the snake, empath, and narcissist paradigm, being charmed or used and able, and boundaries. And I have the dragonfly, be lighthearted, finding out things coming to light, adapt, change, and heal. And that's kind of what I feel like you're trying to do. Like you're trying to like adapt and heal and move on from all of this. But you know how it always is. It seems like every time you detach from somebody and you start to like get over them and start to like move on, they just pop right back in. I don't know what it is, but it's like every single time. Every single time you're almost at that point where you're like, okay, I'm moving on with my life and I'm not even thinking really about this person anymore. It's like, hello, here they come. Like, I don't know what that is, but it kind of feels like that's the energy I'm getting from this. Like, that's what I kind of feel like this is. Like, I feel like this person might be very charming, which, I mean, it says empath and narcissist. So, I mean, if they are, that wouldn't really surprise me, because a lot of people like that are charming. And they don't really know what boundaries are, which is basically explained in that card. And I'm feeling like you found out a lot of things. Like there are a lot of things that you found out, especially with this finding out and things coming to light and that book of secrets or book of shadows secrets. I feel like there were a lot of things you did not know. And then we have number 18, the dog. And what's funny is this card is usually meant to represent like loyalty. But I think it's the complete opposite this time. Because what I hear in my head is like they're a dog. Like this person is a dog. And it's funny that you picked the cat pile with this dog. Because it's kind of like, you know, how they don't really get along the majority of the time. That's kind of how I feel like it's how a cat would see a dog. More than like, because I don't think this is a card about loyalty. This is about how a cat sees a dog. But for your cards, we have Death in Reverse, Temperance, the Devil, Six of Wands in reverse, and Knave of Swords in reverse. With the Death card in reverse, I kind of feel like they might be trying to keep you from moving on. Like, you might have run into some kind of, like, roadblocks along the way, and it's like, this is kind of weird. And it's kind of them trying to sabotage. So, especially with this Temperance being right beside it, because I feel like you're in a place right now where you are just trying to balance your life out. Like, you don't even really care about, like, romance necessarily. Like, you are just trying to like balance everything out. Like, you are just trying to find stability and kind of not have like, you know how it is sometimes where you'll have like on your priority list, you'll have like love like clear up here, and then work, and then, you know, self-care, and then I don't know, maybe like a month later it'll be like work up here, and then love, and you know what I mean? Like, you're trying to balance all that stuff out. So it's not just like up and down, up and down. And then with this devil card, I feel like this person might have had some issues with addiction, and that might be some of the things that you did find out. For some of you, not everybody, but I feel like, since this is a general reading, but for some of you, I feel like this is what that's talking about. Like, that's something major that you found out. And that's something that they lied about. And also, especially with this Page of Swords or Knave of Swords, whichever, in reverse, I kind of feel like this person might kind of have a little bit of an unhealthy obsession with you because you're moving on. And they don't want that. It's kind of like what I was talking about before, where they kind of like, they see you moving on and then they just decide to pop in out of nowhere. That's kind of what this feels like. And it seems like this person might actually watch you online, because sometimes that's what this card can talk about, is like spying on people online. And if you found like maybe you posted online that you were out doing something, and then this person just suddenly shows up out of nowhere. They might be looking online. If you say, hey, well, I have this person blocked. Well, that's great. But you can find other ways to get around that, like with fake accounts, using your friend's account, all this other kind of stuff. So that might be something you might need to, if that is happening. I'm not saying that's happening for everybody, but if you know that is happening with you, that might be something to kind of think about, like, and take a step back to maybe not post where you're at or what you're doing. But with this Six of Wands in reverse, I feel like this, in a weird way, like this person kind of blames you for like ruining their illusion. Because I feel like they were like in some kind of like delusion world, where they kind of felt like things were perfect and all this, and they were far from it. But they're blaming you for things that aren't your fault. That's their fault. Like everything that's their fault, they're blaming you for. And they're like, because it's like, we could have had it all, but you ruined it. That's basically like what I'm feeling from this. And that's just wacky. Because right now, you're not one to mess with them. Like, I feel like you're just trying to get your life back on track. Like, you don't care. They think that since their life revolves around you, it seems like, that your life should revolve around them, or your life does revolve around them, and you're not even worried about them. Like, you're kind of like, good riddance. And you're kind of feeling like, I've already done this. Like, I've already been through this. I've already, cut it off, done all that, and then here they are again, and I have to go through it all over again. And that's just kind of how it is sometimes. It seems like the worse things are, the harder it is to get rid of people. I don't know what that is, what that's about, but it's just so true. Okay, so let's get some advice. Or some general stuff that you need to hear. And I'm using this Halloween oracle. I thought since we had the black cat, that Halloween oracle would be good with it. Because there is a cat on the... I think there's actually a black cat card in here too. That'd be funny if that comes out. Okay, we have the spider, community, and web weaving. Yeah, I think this is kind of a time to kind of lean on your community, lean on your friends. This is for some of you guys. I don't want to scare anybody, but some of you guys maybe don't need to be going out alone. Especially if this person is toxic. I mean, you would know them more than me, and you would know what this person is like. So that's just for some of you guys. That's not for everybody, because like I said, I don't want to scare people, but I think there might be some people that need to hear that. And then we have dawn, light after the darkness. That's basically where you're at. Like, you're moving towards the light. You're like, I'm done with this whole situation. I'm over it. You're like, I'm ready just to move on. And this is saying, like, there is better times coming. So that's always good to see. And let's see if we can get... Oh, we got 2 more. Oh, good. And then we got the graveyard, unnecessary fear. And that's basically like what I'm trying to say, like, I'm not trying to scare everybody. Don't be scared. Like, just be cautious. Like, also I'm getting from this, like, especially the people that don't pertain to, like, you're not like in any kind of fear like that. That you're kind of like having fear about, like, what if this goes on forever? Like, what if they don't ever leave me alone? And it's saying it's unnecessary because there is a light after the darkness. And then we have winter, the sacredness of pausing. And that's kind of what I feel like you might need to do, is kind of like take a breath. Because this is, I know, this is like extremely stressful. And it's just a whirlwind, and you don't know what's going on, but it's saying that you need to kind of take a step back, take a breath, lean on other people right now, and just kind of be optimistic that things will get better. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get your dice and your charms. And you got the Star and the Fool. That's kind of what I feel like. Well, first of all, this could be an Aquarius or a Aries is involved, either you or them. But that's kind of how I feel like this is kind of your energy more. I kind of feel like you're just ready to move on. And like it said, I like that one card with the owl said, like, light after the darkness. Like, my eyes are being drawn to this big star, like the light. Like, that's what you're going towards. Okay, let's get some numbers for you. Oh, sorry, that was in there from last time. I forgot to pick it up. Okay, we have 3, 2, and 1. That's funny. So these could be, you could be seeing these as like synchronicities and stuff. This could be life paths or just numbers that you need to like pay attention to. It could be dates, months, days, whatever. So you might kind of want to keep these in mind. And then the fact that it's 3, 2, 1. And see, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, you're trying to balance things out. And you might have even gotten away from this person before. Or you might just need to get away for a little bit. Just to kind of, you might need to get away for a little bit. And I'm not saying just like fly somewhere crazy or anything. But just get out like for a little bit to kind of, just to kind of balance your thoughts and feelings out a little bit. And see like what you need to do. Like maybe take an overnight trip with your family or something like that. It's kind of what I'm hearing. I'm not hearing like go flying off to other places, but for some of you guys, I'm sure you can. But I'm going to go ahead and get the charm. Oh, and by the way, I'm not saying that you should run away from this person. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is get away from your own mental health and your own reasons, not because you're trying to run away from somebody. That's not what I'm saying. Even though you might need to get away from them, but that's not my place to say, so. See, here it is again, talking about getting away. There's a bunch of them like that. A lot of these are talking about moving on. And you've got focus, and I think that that's focus on you. Focus on you right now. And this person, I mean, this might be like an ex-fiance, ex-husband, or this person promised you a lot of things. This person could be athletic, maybe into football. And then here we have the dog again. They're really driving that point home. And then we have the mermaid, like getting out of your comfort zone, kind of. And for some reason, I kind of feel like you guys, a lot of you like a routine, and this is not the time for that. So that's kind of what it's talking about, like mix things up a little bit. We got the letter J. We got dreamer. Yeah, and that's the thing is, like, I'm feeling for like a lot of you guys, you kind of feel like this person has interfered in some way with your dreams. Like they've held you back from something that you've really wanted to do. And then we have Capricorn and Pisces. And on the back of Pisces, we have intuitive. And that's kind of what I feel like you should be what you should be utilizing right now. Let's see if I can get some more letters. Okay, I got P, R, I got Q, X. I also got Cancer, and that's imaginative. So you or this person could have Pisces, Capricorn, Cancer, Aries, and Aquarius in your charts. And I also got the money sign, and I felt like I should keep that one out because I feel like for some of you, this person has actually stolen money from you. And I got another J. And an H. So these could be initials or letters of places you've been, or any kind of, it could even be more synchronicities too. But I feel like you should just keep on staying focused and don't let this person get you down too much. It's not worth it. Just live your life. Hang out with your friends and family. Lean on them for support and it'll be okay. But I really appreciate you watching the video. I hope it helped you in some way. If you would, please, if you like the video, could you give it a like and subscribe. And I hope you have a great day. Bye. Hi, Group 3. If you picked the Witch's Tarot and this little narwhal, this reading is for you. I'll go ahead and set him over there. And you got intention. Be clear, indecisive, focus on what you really want. Be bold with your request to the universe. I'm going to set this over here because it's kind of the overall energy. And the first card we have is, it's time to release negativity, full moon in Scorpio. Believe in the impossible, blue moon. Have faith in your dreams, waxing crescent moon. You might be kind of doubting yourself right now, especially when it comes to what you want and maybe how to go about getting that. I feel like a lot of the negativity that you're having is kind of like inner negativity, like thoughts and things like that. Like a sense of confusion, kind of. And this sense of confusion and this questioning and doubting yourself could have come from this person. This person could have made you feel that way. But we have not today, not dealing, her, avoiding conversation, call, person, boundaries, still angry. And we have stabbed in the back, heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, shocking attack. And we have the maze, number 43. And for your card, we have 2 of Swords, 10 of Swords in reverse, 9 of Swords, 6 of Swords, and 2 of Wands. I feel like the reason why you feel so confused and up in your head is because you were actually blindsided by something that this person did. And I'm just going to say right now, some of you, this is your ex, but some of you watching this, you're still in a relationship with this person. Like, it's not officially over. And this could have happened in the past and you just can't get over it, like, or that's just for a few people, I feel, but for the majority, this is something that's happened recently. And a lot of you guys, I'm feeling like, might even be married, because I feel like, especially with this have faith in your dreams right here, I feel like some of you could have had like your dream wedding and you had this like whole picture of how your marriage would be and how you want to spend your life and things like that, and it just completely got destroyed. Because I'm feeling like you feel like you're stabbed in the back, you're up, this is talking about being up crying at night, not being able to move on. You kind of feel stuck in a way. And if you are married, that kind of makes sense though, because there's a lot of stuff. I mean, if you separate that way, there's like a lot of stuff you have to do. Like it's just not overnight. Like there's a whole bunch of stuff you have to do. With this 2 Wands in reverse, you guys really saw potential in this relationship, and it just, like I said, it just got destroyed. Like there's conflict and everything going on right now. And you feel like you're kind of in a maze. Like you don't know where to go. You feel like everything you do, you kind of get back to the same place. Like no matter what turn you take, it's just almost like you're going in circles. And I feel like a lot of this is mentally. Because I can even feel like right now, like my mind feels like I might be talking a little bit faster because my mind feels like it's racing. And especially with that intention card, you guys might not be being 100% honest with yourself about like what you really want. This person could have come up with excuses or lies. And out of convenience and not wanting to be hurt, there might be some of you that actually you don't believe them, but you want to believe them. Like there's a difference. Kind of almost like an ignorance is a bliss type thing. Like you're, oh my gosh, it would just be easier if I just, believe this person or whatever. But you know deep down that that's not going to work. Like, that thought has crossed your mind. And let me just tell you something right here. Whatever this person did, this was not your fault in any way. Because I think some of this negativity that you need to release is blaming yourself for things. And even if this did happen in the past, you still carry this baggage around. Like I said, I think most of the people, this is a recent thing, or this is something that is like going on now. But for some of you, I feel like this is the past. And if it is the past, it's something like baggage that you just carry around. And that's kind of always in the back of your mind that you just can't let go. And this person might have tried to reach out to you and talk, but you were just kind of like, you know, not today. I'm not dealing with this. I'm not dealing with this today, because you're still angry. And like, I can't help but see like this knife and these swords. And it's kind of like that, like, yeah, you were kind of blindsided. Like this was not something that you saw coming, really. Okay, I'm going to grab you some advice from this Magical Unicorns deck. I thought since we had the other unicorn cards that we would go ahead and use these. Want to get a little bit of advice, some information. Okay, we have creative. Draw, paint, think, and act in creative ways. This is kind of saying if you have like an outlet, especially, it doesn't have to be a creative outlet, but any kind of outlet that you have that you do that kind of like releases stress or kind of clears your mind, to get into that right now. Because I know for a lot of people, it's like drawing, painting, writing, things of that nature. But whatever it is that you need to do, it's time to kind of do that to get your mind off of things. Yeah, and then we also got curiosity. Start a project related to something you're curious about. Yeah, this is all talking about like stuff that you should do for yourself to get your mind off of this. Like, this is really talking about like doing things for yourself. Doing things that make you happy. And then we have best friends. True friends stick together no matter what. Yeah, you might need to rely on your friends now more than ever. And I know, like, we tell our friends a lot of things, but I'm just saying that tell them, disclose what you're comfortable with. You don't have to just tell them every single thing. But if you want to, by all means. But I just thought I'd throw that out there. Like, you can get support from other people without telling them everything. Like, they only need to know how much information you are willing to share. And that's it. That's something that I actually had to learn. Okay, you don't need all of the information, all of the details to be able to help me. Like, emotionally. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm not saying that this person, I'm just talking from my own experience. Like, it gets to the point where it kind of feels like you, like, this person's just trying to be nosy almost. I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but that's kind of how I feel sometimes. And I'm probably, well, how I felt before. I probably shouldn't even felt that way, but that's kind of how I did. And I kind of feel like, probably not the majority of you, but the fact that I even thought about that, a few of you might be thinking that way. So I'm just going to let you know it's okay to just disclose what information you want to. And that's it. Because people can support you regardless. Just do what you're comfortable with. And also, I think that there might be some things that you can do with your friends That's kind of what I'm seeing right here. Because with this, I don't know, I just saw best friends and then I saw this paint. And it reminded me of like these painting parties that I went to. I went to with some of my family members. And some of you might be interested in that. It's kind of like you have somebody that, I think you pick out a day and they have like a certain like picture they paint or whatever, and an instructor teaches you how to paint it, and you're there with all your friends, and I think some people like drink wine and whatever you want to do basically. But anyway, I just kind of saw that because some of you guys might be interested in doing that, because my brain just kind of went to that too. But I think you just kind of, before you make any kind of decision, you might want to get out and do something, like this is saying, get out and do something that is fun for you, that might get your mind off of it a little bit, so you can kind of clear your mind and have other people to support you. Because I know like sometimes it's hard to make decisions and know what to do when you kind of feel like you're on your own. So this could be talking about that, about needing other people to kind of help clear your mind a little bit. Even if you don't talk to them about everything, even being in their company might be beneficial for you. So I'm going to get your dice and your charms now. We have the Lovers, and there goes back to like decisions being made in a love relationship. And we have the Fool in reverse. Okay, we have Aries and Gemini here. And that could be one thing too, is like you don't want to make any like rash decisions. Or make decisions if you feel like you don't have all of the information, because that might be kind of the hang up, is that you don't think you have all of the information yet. Like you're still waiting for some things to come in. Oh, let's start with this. Now the last thing you want to do is be completely reckless. Okay, we have 2, 1, and 5. You might want to keep these numbers in mind and like look out for synchronicities, days. This might be your life path or the other person's life path. Months, any kind of date. Could be a whole bunch of different things. Just if you see these numbers, just kind of keep that in the back of your mind. Yeah, I'm seeing that you're trying to balance things out, but I also am thinking about the Justice card with this, about legal matters, and that might be one thing that you, especially like if you're married to this person, you might not want to get involved in. Like you might be dreading that so bad. And you might kind of be feeling like you're just kind of just floating down, like lack of the better term, because I can't really, because this is what popped in my head, I can't really think of anything else, but kind of like floating down the river, like downstream, that you kind of feel almost like you're on autopilot right now and you're just kind of floating, and you're trying to come up with like solutions. You're trying to think logically and like have it, like make a plan, or you're trying to figure things out. Okay, let's get your charms now. Let's see, we have that Libra. Like I said, that reminds me of the Libra card, and then we got the Libra. And see, I told you, I think some of you guys are married to this person. I think the majority of you guys are married to this person. We have Aquarius, and on the back of that it says friendly. Oh, and we have 2 Libras here. We have 2 Libras and 2 Aquariuses. That is so funny. And then we have 2 cats. Yeah, you kind of feel like this person kind of stole the idea of your future you had from you. Because, like, with this one, all I can think about, like, looking at it right now, it's like a cat burglar. And you guys might have cats, too. Especially with 2 of them coming out here. And also, independence is something that you might have to really be focusing on right now, too. That's what that could mean. Let's see if we can get any. We have a R and E. I think this is the first time we've had a vowel come out. We have an A, an H. See if we can get a couple more letters. We have a D, an L, an S, an X, a V, and a T. Okay. Well, we have T. We have he. We have hat. Had. And we also have heal, which I think that this is kind of a time of healing for you. That's what you're kind of moving towards. We have sad. We have real too. We have teal. Heat. Oh, I thought we had dream, but I guess not. I don't know. Just look at those and see if there's anything that's standing out to you. They could be words or initials, whatever. I'm feeling really strong here, Aquarius and Libra. That could be heavy in either yours or theirs charts. But Group 3, I feel like this is your message for today. I hope this helps you in some way. And I really hope you do something for yourself. And just take care of yourself. And I really appreciate you watching this video. And if you would please, if you like the video, give it a like and subscribe. And I hope you have a very good day. Thank you. Bye.